What is up, everyone? We are back with another RWT podcast after WrestleMania. Holy shit. Here with your boy, Kevin, Irab Rhodes. And the guy next to me, his name is John Paul Limpin. And he is the wise man. He's our wise man on our show, so he'll be taking the lead on this episode. So, wise man, take it away.
What's up, Kev?
What's up, man?
Go John Paul Cena, but okay.
Oh, that would have been a good idea. Hey,
next time.
what a great double Cena weekend. Wrestle weekend, I'd say. You know what I mean? That was really good. I thought I really had fun with that.
Yeah, appreciate the moments we get with him. He's saying it's wrapping up soon, so it's good to have at least.
Did you see him on the Pat McAfee on Monday morning?
I saw some highlights.
He said he'd given himself to 50, and then he's only about 47, so he got some time.
Yeah,
he got some time.
He has time, and I don't know. I don't think wrestlers always give themselves a number, but I think he's gonna be doing this for a long time.
Look at The Rock at 50. Is he 50? He's 50, right? Or is he past 50?
Yeah, he's past 50.
Oh, he's past. Like, remember last week we talked about what we thought, how that match was gonna go. Let's just jump into it.
Yeah.
I thought he looked decent. He didn't do anything crazy or anything that was gonna like strain him, but you know what, for what he is at age, his first match in a decade, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, no,
wasn't bad.
Well, he's always been one of those wrestlers where he doesn't need a lot of flash to just get the crowd going, and his moves are already flashy as it is, but he doesn't need to do anything technical or anything not in his box of tricks. It's for the legends or the part-timer wrestlers. We don't need them to bust out a shooting star or some new finisher, even though Cena made some random ones up on his different runs. But yeah, like, we want to see them and their classics. So The Rock did great with giving the crowd what he want of old heel Rock matches. So
yeah, man, it was really good, dude. I could not have enjoyed a WrestleMania more than I think I did on Saturday and Sunday,
Yeah. I've been doing this for a while. Probably not as long. Like, for now, I don't feel as old. As a viewer, fan of wrestling, like I miss the Hogan era when he was in his prime. So I started an attitude, but the amount of time I've been doing this, like, this is the most calmest WrestleMania I've watched. Like, it's just watch it, just enjoy it. Don't worry about, don't fantasy predict too much, and just basically along for the ride. This whole season of WrestleMania, like, like,
it was good.
It's just good to experience it and not overthink it. In previous years, I have, because
I mean, you were deep into it,
Yeah, I've been deep into it for a while. Like, there's been some lulls, but this one is just we're at a point where we're good to just enjoy the product for what it is.
Yeah,
and not
what should have been or what could have been.
Yeah, because definitely, like, they've been saying this all week. Like, this is a new era. We'll get into that later, but there's more trust there to allow the story to play out. And
no, definitely, man.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get into some other matches. We can always touch back on the Rock, Cody, Roman, Seth matches. But any other matches you want to highlight? Or bring up that
you know what?
Really enjoyed.
I'm gonna talk about the LA Knight AJ Styles match. Something I learned during the match while watching it at your place was that these guys are both in their 40s, and they're and LA Knight's like, he's on an upward slope in this company. And then they were Impact or TNA? Huge.
It's
Both?
same diff.
Same.
It's
Oh,
now TNA. It's
oh,
TNA again. So
gotcha.
yeah,
So,
yeah. But
I actually really enjoyed that match. I thought
mhm.
after learning both of those guys were in their 40s, I'm like these guys can still do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I just learned about LA Knight, and I love how he is behind the mic in promoting
Mhm.
matches. It's great. Now I got to I've seen his matches, but this is where I really like sat down and really not analyzed, but really enjoyed one of his matches, and I'm definitely a
Mhm.
fan of LA Knight for sure. So he brings everything. Just too bad, he got to the WWE when he did. If he got there
Yeah.
maybe 5-10 years earlier, then he might be on a great run, But
Yeah. But there's still plenty of time. Like
yeah,
I think LA Knight's in the early 40s, AJ's mid 40s.
mm,
Um, and AJ came at the peak of his prime. Like he just came back from New Japan, and then within a year or two, he became WWE champion. So I think there's possibilities for LA Knight. Yeah, like probably not for long runs with
mm,
titles but I think that they'll give him opportunities
okay,
given how much he's resonated with the fans because it's they definitely take care of the performers a lot better now versus previous generations or eras, and the there's a lot more methods of stretching out, prolonging the wrestler's career. Like all go down the list of all the other wrestlers with neck injuries or back injuries and
mm,
told they shouldn't ever come back. Hell, Shawn Michaels is one of the best examples. Like I think LA Knight will have a good 10-year run with WWE if he keeps going with this
I hope
at the
so.
rate he's going.
He's
Stays
very enjoyable to watch.
yeah, like anything else, just staying healthy, staying connected and current with the audience, and I think don't don't uh don't count him out yet about being a good contender for a world title.
Okay.
So yeah, but not LA Knight. I didn't expect anything less from LA Knight and AJ. Like it was it was well fought. Like it was
Good match.
again like yeah, it was a good match. Um, the ending was straightforward. I'm glad it was a clean finish.
Hmm.
No shenanigans. And LA Knight again. AJ's in the mid 40s, and like he's I don't know wrapping up his career, but like he's giving the opportunity to other wrestlers that
Right.
need that
That
clout.
pop.
Like yeah. So he did. They both did well. Like it's what's the saying? Like one person wins, one person gets over. So
Hmm.
yeah. So like for that match at least, it helped. I think it definitely helped both AJ's current character and definitely give on screen credibility to LA Knight. But
Nice. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I agree 100%.
Um. Let's see. A match for me going down like again. There was just obviously the main events.
Hey, just to let everybody know here, if you guys were with us last week, we made predictions on all these matches. I don't know the exact number, but I know we are at least 80% on our predictions. So the ruling of 69% or better that JP would buy an RWT belt is live. It is a winner, 100%. So JP will have to get us a belt for the podcast. So yeah,
We'll work some mock-ups and we'll figure out a designer
yeah.
eventually. Um,
What was your favorite match?
Matt. Uh, favorite match. I hate to no.
Mm,
I won't say what my favorite. I'm definitely saying the one I'm most surprised about was Bobby Lash, the Street Profits and Bobby
mm.
Lashley versus the Final Testament. That was just car crash fun. Like,
Oh, I thought you said car crash terrible.
no, car crash fun. Like,
Okay.
um, yeah, like you didn't expect like it's unfortunate you don't expect much out of it, but like when in the moment with all the all the spots, all the just it felt like old hardcore matches, even from like towards the tail end of the Attitude Era, and Montez Ford's Frog Splash.
Oh, dude, he's so good.
Yeah.
I thought those guys should have been in the. Was it because of WrestleMania Snoop? You know what? Hold on.
I don't know.
Before we get to anything, okay? Snoop Dogg's commentary on that was absolutely terrible. In my opinion, I don't want to talk for anyone else, because one, this guy acted like he's never seen a wrestling match before when he was literally part of WrestleMania 39 last year. You know what I mean?
He's been a part of multiple WrestleMania.
That's why I'm just like, why
has no excuse.
He's like, oh, a table? Oh, that's a picnic table. I'm like, what is this guy saying, dude? Like, it's so crazy. And his whole 145,420 is so funny, because every time they play his voice, they cut it off at the 145,000. They don't say the last three numbers.
Yeah, despite what Snoop Dogg said, the actual number.
I love that Triple H even acknowledges it too. It's hilarious. But I read a lot that people were mad at that match because they had botched the ending and stuff like that, and it happens. You know what I mean? Even on the great shades. And if you want to blame anybody, blame Bobby Lashley for not setting up the table properly. So it's his fault. So I'll say that.
It's okay. It happens. Like, you're dealing with weapons and tables and chairs. The variables are all there to kind of not go as planned, but it's fine. They got the spot. They got that moment for Montez Ford to the table. So.
Yeah, I remember even the second time when they set it up, you're like, oh, nice and gentle.
Yeah, no, they were pretty like, don't move it. Like, honestly, I think Snoop Dogg was given direction to emphasize tables when he came in.
I think he went too hard on it, though. He was like, oh, that picnic table. He's like, oh, it's one of the reunion tables. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But so I think, given it's Snoop, he was probably already fully blasted.
True.
So
very true.
You know when you get stuck in a loop.
Yeah. You just start saying whatever.
He found what.
Yeah.
He found his groove with tables, and he just kept going at it.
Yeah, but that's true.
I liked it. It was fun. Like, I think that was the match I said that didn't belong on.
Yeah. Well, we did. But not because they weren't good wrestlers, but because we felt Street Profits should have been in the six-pack tag match, or six-match ladder match. But before we move on, I just want to apologize to absolutely nobody, because fuck A-Town Down, whatever those Australian guys are, you know what I mean? Austin Waller, or whatever. Grayson Waller, like, dude, I'm so pissed that they got the belt so easily. Like, dude, but it was very satisfying seeing him break a ladder on his back, so that was great, but still, man, fuck them.
From a story standpoint, I wish another tag team won.
Dude, DIY was right there.
Yeah, well, you can't have both tag team titles on Raw, but or you can't have the SmackDown strictly. You can't have two tag team titles exclusive to one brand. We could talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But Austin Theory and even Grayson Waller, they've put a lot of trust in those two wrestlers, performers over the last year, whether it's hosting or just supporting other wrestlers. Like, I think this is well deserved, unfortunately.
Damn.
There's a lot of opportunity for them to develop in as a team or in storylines, but they've put in the work on TV, and I'm glad they won it, because there's only so many titles to go around, and they haven't built them as singles competitors yet, so it's a good it's a good chance for them to kind of give them more feuds and expand their current characters.
Yeah, no, I guess I get it, but damn, that fucking when they went up, I was like,
Like
Well, I
we
wanted.
both agreed it was gonna be R-Truth. Like
I
that was the moment in that tag match.
I don't think I made a second prediction now that I think about it because I was so hell bent. No, because I said DIY. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So DIY would have been for Raw, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's where I
I,
was.
I was hell bent on a mystery tag team coming in, but
Yeah, taking out A Town down. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's I remember that. Yeah.
But it's
It was
okay.
a good match though, you know, and
yeah.
I thought it was hilarious when the ref was trying to stop Damian Priest from using the ladder because it was broken. You know,
Yeah, again, you know,
it was good.
the variables
Yeah,
you can't account for. Like it kind of did happen. Like I think he tried to do the choke slam off of the ladder, and that just wouldn't. The ladder wouldn't cooperate. Like that could have gone really bad.
yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I got freaked out when Miz jumped on the side, well on the ladder. But you know him with his experience, like you said, he didn't even step on that bad part. You know, he kind of skipped over it. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Not as much chaos as I thought it would happen, but the right moments happen for that match. Like shoot, DIY coming out as a DX, like I wouldn't have expected that. Like R-Truth, like this is the brainchild of R-Truth. The entire
he was good. He was good.
Match. Like, and that is well deserved. Like Austin Theory and Christian Waller, great, but R-Truth has put in decades of hard work on his character, comedy, and it's gotten over with the fans. Like I didn't realize how much we needed him.
He was good
in regular television up until this last road to WrestleMania.
Right.
You know, like I agree with you. You were talking about this earlier. Like I hope they have a long run with the title.
Yeah, especially what they did on Raw last night. It was so funny. Like it was funny. Like the shot of Priest and Ripley, and you're kind of like, why are they so far apart? And then like, of course, because they're making space for R-Truth to come out of nowhere. With it was so good.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that because like I know they finished the rivalry or whatever with R-Truth, but like I don't know, you can't deny what works or what what is funny, and like it's hard to do comedy wrestling, and but R-Truth just knows when to hit those beats just to get the crowd.
Yeah. He knows
the crowd, even the wrestlers going.
The crowd love him. The crowds love him. That's why it's so good to see that he finally got one. He got a title, tag team title, and two that he finally got a win at WrestleMania. Really good. Yeah.
Any other matches?
That stand out.
We start getting into the main event.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. Okay, Becky Lynch versus Ripley. You know, with or without her being sick, I didn't think it was going to change the outcome of that match. You know, it was good for what it was.
Yeah, it set the tone well.
Good opening. Yeah, I really like that. The Damage Control versus the team Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. I thought it was okay. I thought it was like it was. I think it was exactly what we said. It was going to be pure dominance. And that's what we got. But I read something, and you tell me if this is true. People say Jade Cargill can't wrestle. That's why her matches are so short. She doesn't have like the technical abilities or something like that.
I didn't watch too much in AEW. Like I've like anything else. Like I followed the highlights and things like that, and it's the presentation. Like people say John Cena can't wrestle, but it's how you're presented.
Right.
Oh, Roman. They said that about Roman. They say that about a lot of cookie cutter wrestlers at first. But like Jade just got here.
Right.
And you gotta build the aura. You gotta build the character, the aura.
Right.
And it's not just about the wrestling. Like wrestling physicality is secondary to the storytelling of what the matches tell.
Right.
So like you don't have like Miz is the greatest example. Like he's not the most technical or flashy of wrestlers, but he's been able to tell stories in the ring,
Right.
over the years, and he's a two-time Grand Slam champion for a reason because he's been able to tell those stories. And with Jade, it's too soon to say. So regardless of if she could wrestle or if she can't wrestle, it's more so can she tell a compelling story for us to grab onto and want to follow. And the way
too early.
Triple H is, yeah, it's too early, but I trust Triple H's direction for the most part. There's things,
I just
that made me freaking here there, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I just saw there's a lot of comparisons to her and Bill Goldberg. You know what I mean? Like, because Bill Goldberg would just do like certain moves and wouldn't really do much other than what he knew, and so they were saying like Bill Goldberg is like couldn't wrestle either. So there was just some comparisons, but it it's. I mean, like you said, it's so early. She just had her first solo match on Raw yesterday, and wait, was it yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah, and again, that was a squash.
Yeah, so
but it serves their purpose to again build that presence for Jade.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what she does though. She has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I think match of the week, like wrestling match, Sami Zayn and Gunther.
That was insane. I thought
I didn't expect that ending.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm really happy, but didn't expect it to happen.
Well, I mean, like the way Gunther was like just putting on the pressure and the pain on Sami. You're like, man, this guy's I understand why Gunther is the longest intercontinental champion. It's I totally get it, but man, it was really good to see Sami win. There was no way Sami was gonna lose using a parody of Rocky 3. There's just no way he loses that. It's Philadelphia. They're playing on the Rocky thing. There's no way they lose. They even brought in his wife. They kept shooting like the camera to her like as if she was like Adrian or something, So it was just like there was no way he was losing. But the way he did it with the brainbuster, which I was told he hadn't done in a very long time, so that was that was cool to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume we were getting Rocky 1 where he fails, but he's still,
I would say wrestled whatever. What was he referencing when he lost last time? Was it against Roman or something like that?
Yeah, a year ago.
A year ago.
A little bit over a year ago at Chamber when he got kicked out of the Bloodline. Like he had that world title shot in his hometown. Like it would have been great if he won, but then again, it's not the story they need to tell. But Gunther's brought that title, so he's elevated that title just by how much he's. It's not even the dominance. It's just it's again another workhorse title, and to give it to Sami, like it's not the world.
Well,
doesn't matter if it's not the world title. It's a title well deserved for him and his character.
Especially when you say workhorse. Like I remember, going when we went to Raw back in, was it January or was it February? Whenever it was.
February. Yeah.
It seemed like every Monday Night Raw he was wrestling. You know what I mean? Like he's been grinding this road to WrestleMania, and I think that's not saying Gunther wasn't, but just shows that the people love a champion who wrestle a lot, and I think that's one of the reasons why they were able to not give it to him, but he was able to earn it, especially the respect of the people. People wanted him to win, so
and again, this is just giving Gunther an opportunity to go after a world title now. Like I could see him being Cody. Well, no, I would want to wait for Cody and Gunther, but but I think the overall that whole build up or the match in the moment, that I think that it was the most well balanced match from the story to in ring and out the ring. Yeah. Any other thoughts on any other matches before we dive in on the two main events?
Just real quick, great cash in for the world heavyweight title.
Oh right, yeah.
Great cash in, man. You did call that though. You did say that Priest was going to cash it at WrestleMania, either on Seth Rollins or on the Cody, which is, I'm glad they did it to Drew McIntyre, because that shit is, the way it went down was hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. They've crafted the title changes very well, and like if it didn't happen at Mania for Priest, I think he was gonna lose it. If whenever he would cash it in outside of it, but it worked really well, because like it accentuated all the wrestlers involved and their current characters. Like Drew, like again, he got his moment, but now his hubris just made that moment more of a footnote and a failure in the rest of WrestleMania. And then like CM Punk two nights in a row, like messing with Drew McIntyre. Like I'm thinking Drew is gonna re-sign with WWE. If you haven't heard about that he hasn't signed a new contract yet, but the way they're building
CM Punk,
McIntyre and CM Punk, like hopefully like that's enough for him to stay, because I definitely want to see them two go at it. There's so much there already. Like the t-shirts alone, like if they both just wear those Flash graveyard t-shirts, that
was good.
Moment, but
and with the whole Drew McIntyre, it was funny because he kept telling Rollins to not taint the championship with this whole interference with the bloodline, burning the candle at both ends. And he was right too, but at the same time, him himself wasn't completely eye on the prize on the championship. You know, he kept feuding with Punk when he didn't need to, and he let him get under his skin, and at the end of the day, they both got fucked over. You know what I mean? Now, I would say Seth Rollins didn't get fucked over, but he lost, and then, Drew's ego got the best of him, and he put himself in a bad position, So.
Pretty, like you were saying, the same thing he chastised Seth for. He
was doing the same thing, except he didn't. There was no reward at the end of his. Whereas with Seth Rollins, he helped a friend, and his friend became champion and stuff like that. And so spoilers. If anyone's seen it.
Spoilers. I was talking to Ted about this, and I made it a joke, but there's a lot of subtleties that forces us to pay attention now. My biggest gripe of the last decade is not paying off, not the audience's investment, but this last the last 2 years. All these stories have been crafted. If you pick up on these little nuances, like it's like everyone's been calling this the WWE's Endgame, and they've definitely rewarded audiences for following them along with all the Easter eggs and nods and hints and whatever, like to everything of the last 2 years. Like,
right.
Like there's more stuff in the main event. We could talk about in regards to
let's do it.
How detailed they they put on the layers for both matches. So let's let's go into the first main event of that one with the tag team match.
Oh yeah.
It was funny because like it was basically Bloodline, but I feel like night one was more Bloodline.
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely.
How much The Rock was flexing his board power, but like it still worked.
I was actually surprised Rock didn't come out with Roman on night 2.
Right.
That's the only reason I thought it was like I mean I guess because it wouldn't have worked as well, in terms of like the calls and stuff like that. But Yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, night one felt more like Bloodline rules because Rock was literally
yeah,
just punking the ref every 5 to 10 minutes. You know, it's like
yeah.
so
Like,
it definitely had the more of the feel than what we were expecting for night two. You know, so with all the buildup of
yeah.
them saying
Well,
Bloodline rules, it was kind of like, oh, okay, sure. You know.
yeah. Yeah, but at least they just didn't repeat themselves. Like repeat the same stuff on night two. Like there were two totally different matches. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was, like anything goes on night two. That was fine. But with night one, that felt with Roman and Rock being complete dicks. That
Mm-hmm.
was like that was crafted very well. Like in a different way than what night two ended up being with just any the the no holds bar or the spot fest over there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That was really good.
Um,
I thought it was super funny when Seth Rollins got speared into the railing, the guard railing for the audience, and then in night two,
yeah.
Cody speared Roman Reigns into the same one. I could imagine the tech guys going, "God damn it, this panel again, guys! We just fixed it," you know.
I'm more of the other side of where it's the management is like, who are we not paying for this thing to keep breaking every show?
Stop breaking. But it's funny because you could tell where it was gonna break because Samantha wasn't in her chair. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like you
Oh
knew
no,
it was
they
coming.
know. You can't injure your talent with
Yeah.
those things. They gotta know when those things happen. Um,
You know, like you said, there
it,
was build up. Like you said, the matches weren't the same, right, from night one to night two, in terms of
yeah,
like Cody and Roman going. But I think, like, if you really want to talk about a progression, I did think, I believe in night one he did do a double crossroads to Roman, and
hmm
it didn't take.
yeah,
So I think that's
no,
why he wanted to go for the third one a night two, because that's
yeah,
something he figured out night one. You know what I mean? That he
yeah,
needed to do it 3 times. And if you guys saw the night two, I think every time he was about to hit the third one, that's when all the shenanigans started. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. He
So
just couldn't get
the third one
that
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I did like that he was the one who got pinned on night one
Yeah. No, yeah,
versus Seth.
you did call that. That was you
Um,
called that, yeah.
like I know it was very cynical and like oh his family stories about failure, but then thinking about it, like they're ushering in this new era, and you don't want to. Damian Priest would have been great to win the WWE title, but uh, again, they crafted it well. The right things happened to leave the audience majority satisfied.
You know,
There's still the ones out there, but
I
go ahead.
think I think Priest cashing in on Drew McIntyre is a much better story than him cashing on Rhodes. Because
Mm.
you've built this story about him winning and his family's a loser, but
Yeah,
to
yeah.
take it away from him, that's a little too fucked up. But you
That's
can
too
see,
much. Okay.
I would say before the road to WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre was definitely worthy of a world championship belt, right? But as the weeks went
Yeah.
on, he kept berating, Seth Rollins and stuff like that, and his punk people. I wouldn't say people turned on him, but people are like, that's what you get. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's a little more satisfying that he cashed in on Drew McIntyre, because at the end you're kind of like, Drew's being a dick. I'm glad he
No.
lost it. With the shirts and all the bullshit. So yeah, I thought it was good.
No. And from a production standpoint, they have good problems now that their storylines are so well
Mm-hmm.
diverse, and they
Mm-hmm.
can end up going in so many different directions. Like um yeah, like it would have thinking about it, it would have been too narrow or one-sided if all the eggs were in the world title basket or WWE world title basket versus the world heavyweight title, because
Yeah.
there's so, there's contenders for both, and I think it all feels
Yeah.
believable, credible to actually happen. Like, it does make me wonder: would Priest have cashed in on CM Punk if he beat Seth? If yeah, but
On Rollins?
yeah, because and it was supposed the plans were for CM Punk versus Rollins, but then
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Punk got injured, and but it's a can't
Mm-hmm.
can't go back on that now.
Interesting.
But, yeah.
So the Rock, like I think we started earlier when we mentioned how he's a 50-year-old wrestler and how this is his first match in like 10 years. I thought he did pretty well. Him getting put through the table was pretty sick though. Getting rock bottomed into the table, and him putting the finishing touches on that match was really great. I thought it was everything you wanted. Remember when he was gonna put the first people's elbow on him, and I was like, no, he's looking at the wrong fucking camera. He's on the wrong side, dude. And then of course he got up from it. I mean, he didn't pull it off, and he put the rock he put the rock bottom. He was on the hard cam, and it was like we were like, oh, this is over. This is over, bro. For the way they set it up.
No, he's done people's elbow both sides. It's just depending on which.
No, but I mean, like in terms of like, there's no way it's like gonna end this way. You know what I mean? Like we were saying, like there's no way this ends without Rock doing the rock bottom or the people's elbow. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
I just wish he ended on the rock bottom. Like thinking about the people's elbow, it is pretty entertaining to see, but it's just like it's.
He didn't do the arms though. That was my biggest thing.
No, he just wanted to go straight to it, and
yeah. So I was kind of
because he did the arms on the first people's elbow.
And that's true. Yeah, but he didn't even have a sleeve. He didn't even take off a sleeve or anything. An elbow pad. Yeah. So.
No, not the second one. He just straight to it.
Yeah.
Get it done with. But no, the way they crafted it, there's a lot of so many different avenues they could go in the next year or next 2 years with the Rock Cody or Roman Rock or Bloodline versus Rock. I don't know. Like,
there's a lot.
A lot of people were anticipating certain things to happen to Roman and The Rock, but I think again we could hold off on those things. Like they gave us so much the last 4 years. We don't need to overdo with the Bloodline towards the end of this WrestleMania. Like they could always go back to that well when they need to. The final sequence of Night 2's the main event was
the creme de la creme, bro.
Everyone was saying it was going to be ridiculously booked, overbooked, or full of so many run-ins, but
and they were right.
Yeah,
they were right.
They were right. Like, I know, like I think you mentioned or somebody mentioned like people were upset that it was. Do you want to go in order of the run-ins?
Let's go in the order of the run-ins because I think it's very important of the order was, you know.
Yeah. So like you were saying, Cody was doing the crossroads. He had the first two. He's going for the third.
Jimmy.
Out comes Jimmy.
Super kicks
him, and then even the odds, Jay comes down running to the ring. Like,
you know what was funny when Jay came out with the music and he was like kind of doing his wide run where he would do the yeet thing, and I was like, why is this guy gonna dance? You gotta get out there, bro. He's like, don't dance, dude. You gotta go help fucking Cody, bro. And he didn't, you know.
It's just funny, like that happened in AEW with Matt. Or Jeff Hardy coming back.
Oh, really?
And he was doing his dancing thing before helping Matt. I don't know. Maybe it's just
this new generation, bro.
Yeah, like they need to pose a little bit. But and the other joke is for these type of things is like, so you're telling me Jay's in the back, waiting for them to say, "All right, hit my music. I'm gonna run out now." Like Jimmy didn't come out to any music, but Jay was like, "Okay, all right, I'm gonna pick my time," and like, "All right, Play my music. I'm gonna run it right now.
And I think it's very important why they played the music. I'll tell you why at the end. So
okay.
So and then
Right.
so you know Jimmy comes out on the ramp. They do their super kicks, and you know all of a sudden, you know they Jay spears Jimmy off the ramp, and I was pretty shocked.
That was great. I didn't expect that.
I was not expecting them to do that. And then there's tables down there, obviously, and that was pretty. That was what I thought we would have seen in their actual match, something like that. But I guess they saved it.
Their match.
Yeah. That's why they saved it.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I expected more out of their brother versus brother match, but they needed certain spots for the main event, which is again like was the bigger and better build. But and I was anticipating that it was always going to be a back and forth takeout of every.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But that set the tone very well for the next ones to come in.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the brother Jimmy and Jay took each other out.
Yep.
Roman and Cody more back and forths, and then Solo's the next one. Yeah, that was like.
Yeah. No, Solo's finisher is the Samoa Spike. Is that right?
Samoan Spike, yeah.
Is that why his thumb is taped up?
Yeah.
Because he hits you with the thumb or something?
Yeah.
I've never actually seen him I didn't watch So he has to find a better finisher. What? He needs to find a better finisher.
Look up Umaga. That was
that his?
Roman's, yeah, that was
that his move?
Finisher.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just remember Umaga having the weird hit, like the dreads, no? And he wore a mask.
Yeah. Braids and
braids,
face,
yeah.
The face paint, whatever. But that's they always there's been comparisons with Solo and Umaga over the years, but it's more of definitely an homage to his cousin, in that regard. But it works well because the intricate storytelling of like that, the way Solo does the spike and the spear at the same time with Roman, like that was like,
pretty
further
sick.
Backstories. You weren't getting into it when Jay went for the title, right?
No, I was not there for that.
No. So like again, rewarding the audiences for following along. Like that's like a super like that's the equivalent of Wolverine and
Basketball Special
doing their like wrestling combo or double team move, like and that move I don't think anyone's kicked out of. So the fact that when they executed that again on Cody,
and him to kick out of it is huge.
He kicked out of it, yeah. Like again, adding to the layers of like Cody's tenacity or and
his resolve, bro.
Yeah.
To
get through, to keep pushing, like what. And some people were saying that Solo was pissed off at like the character of Solo was like pissed off, like get your ass up, like what are you doing, like finish, like
and then Roman was kind of like, I know.
Yeah. But then his Cena or Solo's counter was with John Cena, like everyone, the truck Easter eggs from when Rock beat up Cody, like at least we got one. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for Trish Stratus, but it's okay.
It doesn't fit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know there were some gripes. Some people would say like as the good guy, the face of the match, like he shouldn't need these run-ins. But I think it worked very well given that that's all Roman. That's a bulk of what Roman has done over the bulk of his reign with all the run-ins and interference. So and everyone's gonna pop for Cena. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But how'd you feel about like Cena's involvement when he?
Cena was great, and for him to put Solo through the table, I'm sure is very satisfying for him. And two,
Yeah.
the camera angle of him after he did it, and then the Rock's music hit, just, I mean,
Yeah.
great direction. Like, I'm loving all these new angles that they're doing. Like, you know, it's everything's
Yeah.
like you said, everything's intentional. You know, like, why is it a close up of his
Yeah.
face already? And it's like, oh, because we want to see the shock of the Rock coming out. You know, and you know, the once in a lifetime event happened again, so it was yeah, for the third time. So it was good to see. I like the whole thing they did when what was it, when they both like looked right, they went opposite ways and then they looked opposite,
Yeah.
and then he did the whole bang bang bang,
Yeah.
and then he did, what was it, he did the you can't see me, and then he tried swinging, and then the Rock bottom. I thought it was perfect, you know.
Yeah. They gave us a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
We got Rock and Cena again in that moment. Like it also kind of like Hogan Rock from 18 when that stare down. Just that centering stare down is just like an iconic moment for any wrestler.
Yeah.
To be able to get that for Rock and Cena again, it's just again just nice to enjoy the moment. And Cena was taken out fairly quick or easily with the Rock, you know.
This is fine. This is what they're here for. It's all quick. It's all quick stuff, you know. It's all storytelling here. And then the biggest, probably the most biggest pop of the night, because no one had predicted this, you know, the gong, you know, the bell. Everyone knows it. The lights go out and everyone's like, Taker? No way. And then, you know, that again, the camera work here with the Rock looking towards the thing, and there's a little space behind him.
They knew what they know what they're doing. They set this up right so they get those shots. Like it's I kind of wished it would have been nice if Taker was in a traditional Taker robes, but you know.
I'm okay. Dead Man Taker is always fun, but something about American Badass Undertaker is still. I kind of like it a little more, but I still respect the Dead Man routine.
No, same. Like, Biker Taker was my Taker. Especially the video games, like that Last Ride Powerbomb.
Last Ride Powerbomb, yeah.
Yeah, it was great, but again, Taker did exactly what he needed to do. Like he didn't overstay his welcome. Like I think somebody was saying, "Oh, he took the Rock with him after the choke slam."
That's what they made it look like, dude. It was crazy, man. They both disappeared, dude. Like I was like a dog. Like, you know, when you like fake throw the ball, I was like, "Well, wait, where'd it go?" You know, like that was crazy to me. That was great, you know.
But I was gonna get into like people wish like, oh, it should have been Stone Cold, but like Stone Cold would have made decent sense for Rock.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. Oh, let's just finish off the surprises. The last, was it the last one? Yeah, the Shield.
Yeah, right,
Shield.
Seth. Right.
I think Seth was first, right?
No. Seth was the final run.
Was final run and because that's where Roman Superman punched him. I kind of blurry right now, but at the same time, regardless, we all thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be both of them. I thought it was gonna be Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, you know. But you know, again, it was just Rollins. It would have been nice.
Yeah.
And
there was no way
that would have been sick. That would have been sick.
Was gonna allow that to happen, or WWE gonna chill out the money to get that to be done.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been nice, like for that moment, but that moment again, like following the story, that's probably the longest long-term storytelling they had for Roman was
the Shield.
The Shield. Well, it was a reversal of Roman getting his payback on Seth.
Yeah,
like he
from the start.
Everyone's saying like Yeah, and again, his downfall.
Yeah.
That choosing Seth over
Cody.
Cody. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Greed.
I didn't even realize that Seth even dyed his hair.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess
like
that's why he was the first match of the night, so he had time to get that going. You know,
yeah, his
and
hair done, all that stuff. But like the little nuances, like it's just, yeah. Like again, like as a fan, as a viewer, as
yeah,
someone who's been watching for a while, like definitely feel rewarded, paid off,
yeah,
whatever
for
you want
sure.
to call it. Like, um,
It's great, man.
and yeah, I wish Seth had more involvement, but everyone's saying like, oh, Seth did his job. He
Yeah.
was the shield
Mhm.
for Cody. Like he took the chair shot. He distracted Roman, and yeah.
Yeah, no, and at the same time too, it puts Roman kind of full circle too with Seth and everything, and you know, and this is my whole take on these the run-ins. You know, I believe, you know, the whole truck with Cena and Austin on it. Well, you know, of course, intentional, but of course, there's tidbits out there that they give you that are true and that are false, because everybody wanted Austin. I think it was just a good turn away to keep you from thinking Taker was coming. Okay, and this is why.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about eras, these new eras and stuff, and it's kind of like I'm gonna put this in kind of basketball terms, like my generation, like we're always debating LeBron James and Michael Jordan, right? And a lot of us older people say Michael Jordan because we watched him growing up. Even though we're watching LeBron now, that's our GOAT because that's how it was, right? So, and look at what Vince did, and this is what Triple H is going to do now. So, I'm going to start with Solo. Okay, Solo, when Solo came out and he did his thing, and then Cena took care of him, we're looking at that age of WrestleMania of John Cena. And then when The Rock comes out, we're looking at that portion of WrestleMania, those like Attitude Era WrestleManias, and then we have Undertaker coming out because he's representing more of like pre-2000s wrestling. Okay, and this might be kind of crazy, but I don't think we're ever going to see Undertaker ever again because he's part of the old guard.
Okay,
you know, and I think and the reason why you see Jay and Jimmy fighting is because I think they're the future of WrestleManias, and that's why, you know, they were first and stuff like that. And I just think Triple H is building this because, you know, he's going to be making his own line, and that's why we went through all these kind of moments in WrestleMania history, and that's why Austin doesn't fit, because Austin was kind of in the same generation as The Rock in terms of WrestleManias and stuff like that.
Yeah.
While good, I still think, you know, The Rock was a little bit bigger than Stone Cold was, and that's why he was that generational person for that kind of age. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
That's how I looked at it. It was like it's kind of like they're showing like honoring the older generation of WrestleManias, and now Cody winning is a new era of WrestleManias to come forward. You know, so
yeah.
Or it could just be full of shit. It's just, you know, just trying to make money and oohs and ahs, or maybe we're just diving in too much of this shit. But it could be. You know?
Oh, that's.
But that's what they want, right? They want us talking about it.
They want us talking about it, and you are now entered the realm of fantasy booking.
Yes,
my friend. So it's the intricacies we all wrestling fans over the years have always discussed and talked about. But I think it was obvious now, thinking about the bell. What other wrestlers is synonymous with?
Yeah, no, there's no one else. Yeah,
it's Taker.
But it was great.
Yeah, and honestly, Taker's done more stuff with Roman than Austin has. Like, yeah, Austin has always been Rock's foil throughout his entire career, but for the sense of getting involved in a Roman Cody match, Taker was probably the better fit.
I like
better
it.
Surprise, better fit. Yeah.
Someone had told me also that Austin wasn't medically cleared to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, what about Undertaker? Dude's older than Undertaker, you know? So I don't know if there's any truthfulness to that statement. And I think, was it you who mentioned that it might have been better for Austin to come out because he's always been attacking like Vince McMahon as the boss, and now The Rock is like, oh, I'm the final boss. So it's like him going against management, you know.
And that's the vibe I'm getting. Like they're not doing it the exact same way as they did Stone Cold and McMahon, but there are hints of it. And if anything, we could get that Rock Austin authority moment where he ends up being that counter to Rock down the line with another feud. So it was okay that we didn't get it because like save some ammo for another storyline, you know.
Well, here now I got to ask you this question. Like we said, like this was the WWE version of Avengers Endgame. We had all these people coming out and ushering this new era, right? Is WWE gonna feel like Marvel now? Are they had this such a high fucking point where everyone's like, I can't wait to see what's next? And is it gonna fall flat, or is it even gonna reach the heights of what we expect it to be? That's the question. I think that, and a lot of it holds with Cody Rhodes and him being champion, you know. But what are your thoughts like on the future? Are they gonna fizzle out like Marvel has right now, or is Triple H really gonna take us to the new era?
It's tough to say. Like again, benefit of the doubt and confidence in Triple H as the chief creative. Like I think it's gonna slow down. Like it's like any great rise. You're gonna take a plateau.
Right.
Are you gonna understand why it's leveling out and try to do something different, or readjust of what worked and what didn't? Hard to say. Like I can't compare. It's hard to compare Marvel and WWE because honestly, wrestling has had that downfall in the last previous decades. So, I think they'll be fine. I think the new era probably won't be as hot as what it is now, but it's starting hot. So, I think, it's now it's again good problem to have so many options of where can this go, and I think for a wrestling product, that's one of the great things to have is like we don't know what's gonna happen. We have to watch and see where these wrestlers, these writers, these creatives lead us, because if anything, they built a lot of trust and faith from the audience over the last 4 months to 2 years, and I think they're going to be again. And they've been, funny to say this, WWE's been doing this a lot longer than the MCU, so
that's very true.
I think they're going to be fine. Hard to replicate, but I think they have their playbook in hand to know where they're gonna surprise the audiences.
Okay.
Over and over again. Yeah. What do you think?
You know what? I'm just here for. I'm not here to like. I'm not here to bash it like the future or whatever, but I'm just here to enjoy like this story because it was so captivating, the bloodline and Cody Rhodes, that I do understand that Jin freaking Ping. Breaking news, Tony Khan has collapsed at home after a heart attack as in critical condition. Is that true? I didn't read the other half, that's why I laughed. So my bad. Is that true?
I don't think so.
That's hilarious,
but,
though.
We could look it up, but
I know the future I think it's good. I think it's good because you know, I think Cody Rhodes is going to be a great champion. It's going to lead to, I think, more superstars having a chance to shine. You know, I think with Triple H even being a former wrestler himself, and I know Vince was in the industry for entire life too. I just think getting the perspective from someone who was in the trenches every single day. It's like he even said this on the Pat McAfee show, like, we want people who want to be in the grind, who want to be in this every week, who don't want, if you want more money or not more money, sorry, if you want the lighter schedule, we don't want you. Like, we want people who want to work hard. And I think him being part of that grind back in the day is really going to help this company really do better in the future. And I also think that other company is good too. It's good for competition as well, to really push each other. So, but I would love to see some collaboration. Let's get a Spider-Man Sony deal. You know what I mean? Let's do something like that. Okay. Like, because like we said, everybody can win here. You know what I mean? But again, maybe egos get too crazy, but maybe we could work a little bit together to make some really good stories and some really great memories in the future, so
if only, like, if there was a way to do an actual trade or draft between all these companies, like that. This is a whole nother episode of like what a true wrestling draft should be. But getting back into that comment, that was kind of a shot at another wrestler.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. Yeah. But it just, I think it still resonates how he's gonna be, how
as a
talent wise he wants. Yeah, that's what he wants. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm all for it, dude. I'm super hyped for it. So I can't wait.
And well, it's like CM Punk said on the MMA hours. Like, you get to a certain point in the wrestling industry where are you focused on putting good matches? Are you being cognizant of the amount of people, or the increasing the attendance, increasing the profitability? Like, it's like there is a shift of where you're grinding just as a wrestler, but then you eventually start grinding as a more knowledgeable wrestling mind, not just a wrestling talent, but a wrestling mind. And Goldust, Dustin Rhodes mentioned this on Chris Van Vliet's podcast, is that Cody has done that. Like, he started off as a very, son of Dusty Rhodes, like legacy generational talent, but that can only take you so far. And for what Cody's done over the last 2 decades or so, of him being a very intelligent wrestling mind, from being a wrestler, promoter, a storyteller, like that's where you got to be. That's the grind. That's the full grind of this industry. I believe, just as someone from the outside looking in, is like, you can't just have good matches. You need it, but it's just like any other part of a production. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's not about the final. It's about the process, not the final product. For the most part, when you're in the thick of it, for the audience, no doubt, it's the final product. It's the payoff. But from a production entertainment standpoint, and when you're in there, you have to love the process and enjoy all the intricate parts. And for Cody being that guy for the WWE now, it's no better person. Like, I think he's gonna be better than Cena, because he's gonna be better. And Cena carried the company way longer than he should have. Not because he shouldn't have, but because they just didn't build new faces of the company. Good, like, baby faces of the company. It's taken 15 years or so, or give or take, to get a genuine crowd wanting a good guy to win. Not a in-betweener, not a anti-hero. Like, Cody is the legitimate baby face for this new era, and it's because of everything he's done to broaden, again, that grind you mentioned. Triple H said he's grinded to the point where he's valuable beyond just what's in the ring. And yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Future looks good.
Yeah, no, and Again, I don't want a fantasy book. Like, yeah, it'd be great. I'm not trying to. I don't. I'm at a point in my wrestling fandom where I try not to fantasy book, especially now because like it's now just um again trust in the product, trust in the performers and um creatives that are behind this product, that they're leading us in places that we will find enjoyable. Not like they're gonna have to swerve us, but I think they know where the end game to use that like to use that term. Like I think that's how WWE Triple H is the Kevin Feige. I think that's
Well,
the true
hopefully we'll see.
comparison.
We
Yeah,
will see.
Kevin Feige of the Infinity Saga, not this multiverse saga right now.
I think it's he's John Favreau, Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1.
He took somebody that was like on the rise and he made it a big hit, you know, and we'll see where it goes from here, you know what I mean? I'm not ready to give him the Kevin Feige title just yet. I'll give him I'll just give him John Favreau. He did a great job his first time around, and let's see if he could keep the momentum rolling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all in for it. I think it's great. I don't have any theories on what's going to happen this first year for Cody Rhodes, so I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to enjoy it. And there is one thing I am interested in. It's the not altercation, but the back and forth that him and The Rock had at Raw, with which was great, by the way, because The Rock was like, every time he almost got the Dom treatment. You know, when he was about to speak, they started booing a little more, and I think there was a little segment too where Rock was literally just saying like cuss words for like 10 seconds because it was like completely like you couldn't hear anything for 10 seconds, and the crowd saying shut the fuck up was great too. It was good, man. It feels familiar to me, you know what I mean? So
well, the Raw after Mania is usually the closest you'll get back to Attitude Era because of so many different fan bases or regions of fans and ages and things like that. Like the Raw after Mania was always dubbed like the unpredictable, the most vocal of audiences you'll ever get, because it's the convergence of the hardcore fans, the hardcore fans, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So
it was great.
I wish Raws are always like that, but we'll just hear nothing but the beep or the dead sound if that's the case.
Yeah.
But, that's why you go to AEW, I guess. But
nah, thank you.
Yeah.
So do you like it or you not like that The Rock kept carrying around his People's Champion belt? I kind of look at it as like he's a kid that went to Target and bought one of those kid titles and is running around against and holding it like it's a real thing, and it's just kind of, it's not cringe or anything, but I'm just kind of like, bro, relax, it's not a real title. And he even, the whole exchange like, can I hold yours, Cody Rhodes? And he goes like, and then Cody goes like, if only I could hold yours. And I'm just kind of like, why? It's so weird to me, you know? It was
no. Well, the freaking audience chanted, "This is awkward." Like that's like the first time I ever heard that chant of that capacity. I think they're gonna build credibility to The Rock's title or physical title. Like I was mentioning this. It's like it's equivalent to the $1 Million Championship. It's synonymous with the People's Championship. Is synonymous with The Rock. So there's never been a physical title until now. So
I just hope no one wrestles for it.
I think someone will, but I think they're gonna build somebody to take over that mantle. I don't think it's gonna be Cody.
Well,
but
do you know what this title feel like? Him holding this belt feels like it's kind of like UFC and the bad motherfucker belt. Like it's not
isn't that his belt?
I don't know if it's his belt. I'm just kind of like it's not like you're not a champion. It's just like
Mhm.
you're just a bad motherfucker, I guess. Like, big fucking whoop, you know what I mean? So that's why I just don't want this in the WWE. You know, we already have a fucking world heavyweight. You have a universal, unanimous.
Yeah,
It's like,
no,
yeah, like, let's keep it chill, okay? Like,
there is belt saturation
yeah.
in WWE alone, but just thinking about it, I think they're again things are intentional. Um, I I think they're trying to, and Rock keeps mentioning this of how it was given to him. Um, I think they're gonna give the people's champion to somebody down the line. I don't know who yet.
Mm.
I don't think it's anybody that's been in the main event scene with the bloodline or anything like that. Hell, it could even go to Sami Zayn, for all I know. But again, I guess I am fantasy booking a little bit, but they're putting a lot of emphasis on the people's champion, and I think it's a tool to again bridge the gap of the older generation, the older fans to the modern fans, and to have a new people's champions for this generation. I think, yeah, again, it hits a lot of satisfying boxes, whatever, to honor the past attitude with Ali to Rock to now, but also give this current audience another guy to another performer to support behind and not yeah.
So my the last thing I want to talk about for Raw, there's not much I want to talk about Raw because I don't need to talk about Sammy or all these other guys. We could save that for another time or whatever. But Cody Rhodes and The Rock at the end. What do you think was given to Cody Rhodes from The Rock?
It's something small. I don't know. Like I've been
there's so much speculation.
I didn't Google anything because I was just trying to go through my own wrestling encyclopedia in my head. I was like, what could it?
It's The Rock's trousers.
Like, yeah, it's The Rock's trousers.
It's the one the underwear he wore.
Like I don't know. Like I wasn't too fixated. What was handed to him? I was more curious about why did The Rock say "Don't break my heart again."
See, there's a lot of speculation on that, and I'll let you finish your thought, and then I'll go into what theories have been crafted already by the internet crazies out there, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, honestly, the immediate thing when I heard that was like, "Oh, don't you dare leave this! Don't you dare leave this company again, or don't you dare try to destroy this." Like that was the only logical thing I could think of, is that the fact that Cody left to try to I don't know a better word than destroy WWE. Because like if you've seen stuff or heard about like the whole throne breaking scene of Cody in AEW was like the direct shot and reference to Triple H being the king of kings of WWE, and like that's what I was thinking when Rock said that line. Is like, don't you dare turn your back on this company. Don't you dare. You're the guy now. So don't do anything, and don't do anything again to tarnish all the hard work he's done to put Cody over in the current product.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I thought. What do you think? What have you heard?
So I'm gonna start with what the internet's been saying. Okay, internet's been saying, one, it's like they said it was Roman Reigns' watch from like they all got one for WrestleMania 40, the Bloodline, because he lost. He gave it to Cody, which I don't think is because Cody got his dad's gold watch back. I think Triple H gave it to him backstage and stuff like that. So I don't think it's a watch. The one I'd really like it to be, if this story is true, they're saying that it is actually Dusty Rhodes' Hall of Fame ring, because they had pawned it years ago for money or something like that, and they were able to track it down, and and I think that because Rock kept saying, "I'm going to give you your flowers, Cody. I'm going to give you your flowers," and you did it and stuff, and that was kind of his way of saying that, full circle, kind of where I got your dad's ring back for you or something like that, and this is your moment, stuff like that. And another one that I heard, which is I think is really interesting, is so it's like part of what Roman Reigns was wearing in his lay. It's like the flower thing, and it's like kind of like it's like a symbol that you took down the tribal chief, but because I'm going away for a while, this is going to be a reminder that I'm coming for you, stuff like that. And I think in referencing the "Don't Break My Heart Again," I think it's because of what Cody did in choosing to face Roman Reigns.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like don't do something of that level again to break my heart. It could also, again, I like your explanation too. And Romeo thinks he gave him a condom because it was very,
you need protection at all times in wrestling. And a condom does nothing but it's a form of protection.
Yeah, and in terms of what you were saying, I think
I do like the piece of the lay because it's basically the kiss of death.
Yeah,
it's a version of a kiss of death.
Yeah,
like
I think that because like you said, he's gonna go away for a while, but just know I'm coming for you, and stuff like that. And he said so much sexual tension in WWE. You're right about that, brother. But
there's always been sexual tension in WWE.
And I like kind of on your line saying like, "Don't break my heart," is like we built you up so much. Don't turn your back on the company. I think it's also kind of a moment of him giving the keys to the company too. Kind of like, it's your world now. It's like go out and get it and stuff like that. But it'll be interesting to see if they ever reveal what it is or if it even has significance or something like that.
Yeah. Again, laying the seeds, laying the long-term storytelling, a speculation of where are we going? What are they not showing us or telling us that we have to continue to follow this week by week? However way we digest it, and they're doing the job. They're doing a very good job. So, I'm confident that this story continues on and it rewards us audience members to continue to follow it. But
yeah, for sure. Anything else you want to add to this amazing weekend of wrestling?
It's nothing else to add. This era that we're now in, this new era, the way I know we focused more on how the last one ended, and this didn't get into the new one started, but it's still unfolding. And is WWE at at that point of where they reach their heights? People said that about the Attitude Era, that nothing's better, or you'll never be better than the Attitude Era. But I've been saying this for the last year alongside with other people too. Like this current bloodline, I think the last era will be called the Bloodline Era because it was Roman and the Bloodline put this company on their backs, and they brought it to heights never before seen for the company. So I just think we're in a good position to just have a lot of great times ahead for WWE, just wrestling fans in general from everywhere.
I am making a plea right now to Triple H. If you ever watch this, if they want to take WWE to new heights, I love this whole, if we want to talk about legacies, right? And we like following these type of stories, like from the bottom and coming up, stuff like that. I think they got to bring in Val Venus's son and build him up to be the number one contender. I think it'd be amazing. I don't even know Val Venus has a son. I'm just saying we need more Val Venus in the WWE.
You don't need to be biological to be actual family.
I want Val Venus.
Christian were really brothers, but they made it work. So
yeah, they were lovers.
and that's why Adam's on AEW. Anyways, nah. Yeah, I'm usually the one with the crackpot theories.
Yeah, I know. Look what wrestling done.
Game.
Look what wrestling's done to me. It's complete. You know, I'm more excited to see where my viewership goes in the next 6 months, because it's
that's
if they're able to retain me for the next 6 months, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, and not even for me too. Like everyone comes back from Mania season. It's the true test if you stay for the long haul.
Because I think you're gonna keep fans that were away for a while, at least for a year, because they just want to see how Cody Rhodes is as as a champion. His first year as Ray, because there's no way he loses within a year, right? At minimum or something like that. Like,
I honestly think he could lose at Backlash, but that's just me.
That's crazy. Dude, I bet people would be so pissed. But also Val Venus' son is from Saskatchewan. What's up, ladies? I'm from Saskatchewan. Asian Val Venus. Reboot the minority character. Dude, Asian Val Venus. Hello, ladies.
And on that note, before we get canceled,
Attitude Era's back. But anything else you want to add?
Nah, man. I'm glad this story was completed.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I'm intrigued of where this new story goes. So
I'm not gonna lie though, there were times in that match where I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna finish it. They're gonna kill him. Like,
ooh, that would have been the better story, honestly. Like, great finish. Better story was him not winning.
I mean, because everyone knows Infinity War is better than Endgame. You know what I mean? So, but Endgame makes you all good, feel fuzzy inside, so that's why they do it. So, but yeah, man. So, JP, I just want to say thank you for pulling me back into this fucking life. It's been great ride so far.
I'm glad you found your enjoyment out of wrestling. We're all different. Every fan is different of what they enjoy in here.
Yeah, so
the way it's like, this is weird. It's like watching your kid get into video games.
But this time
you, Romeo, like you guys getting back into wrestling. Hell, even my fiance Lynn, like her getting into wrestling, it's just
it's a proud moment for you.
It's a proud moment to see all these different ways of everybody got into wrestling. Just I finally understand what I've known, and like
every time me and JP talk about wrestling, he has a boner. That's 100% true. But before we sign off here, I gotta say, Lynn's passion for for WWE is so amazing that I am now turning against Bailey. Bailey does suck. I've never heard anyone hate Bailey so much that it got me.
Oh yeah. We'll bring her on.
It was so funny, man.
We could do a versus episode where she discussed why Bailey sucks.
Yeah, we could do that. But again, before we get out of here, man. Before we sign off again, I know I've said this like 4 times already, but
it's okay.
Big shout out right now. Shout out to Romeo, our guy. It's his birthday, and he's out there, and happy birthday, bro. Hope you had a good day, man. How's it? I won't say how old you are. It's okay.
He is 38 years old.
But happy birthday, man. I hope you had a great birthday, man. And anything else you want to add, JP?
Nah, man. Happy birthday, Papa Romeo, and I hope everybody enjoyed this past road to WrestleMania. And
I'm glad. I'm also glad that I'm part of the 17 sold out shows. I could say that I was part of that. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel for more content like this, because we will be putting out more stuff eventually. More than just these lives, but just follow, subscribe, get us to 20 subscribers. That'd be great. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.